before I forget, let's drop in the pop steer obstacle so that our agents don't run into the buildings or through the walls of the buildings. Okay. Remember to change any pop steer thing to crowd steer force. Okay, so it just works a bit better with crowds. And find that building geometry. Blocks avoid. Okay, is what I called it. And I'm just going to push up the forces a bit. Fire avoidance force to 10. Near to 5, and then bring down the search distance as well. That's at 10 now. I find it works better bringing this down a bit, so I can bring it down to 5. Okay, and then that should be fine. We might still have a few agents going into buildings, but yeah, honestly, from our point of view, it's not too much of a worry. Most of them are running in this direction and running into these roads, and they might go into these buildings like here, but you can't see from this camera, so it doesn't matter. Okay, we don't need to worry about it too much. Great, let's set up also the trigger. So remember the trigger, we use some kind of rule to tell the solver when to switch into the ragdoll state, or any other state in fact. We're switching from a run into ragdolls, right? So we need a trigger, crowd trigger. Grab that, and we want the object bounds, I think, object distance. There we go. So we're going to use the distance to that line that we generated earlier. So let's grab that line. So that was in the tornado out curve. Okay, and then we need a transition. Oh, and we need to actually set up the comparison here. So when the distance is less than 20 meters, we'll do, they become ragdolls, right? So this is going to be from any run, so with a star that selects all of them, into the ragdoll. Okay, and there's put on a bit of random delay, and 1 second is fine, won't really affect us too much. You can bring that down if you like, play around with it, but I found that this worked okay. So plug that in, and then we can see the line there, and then if we press play, we should see some of these guys drop straight away. Great, so we've got a few of them dropping there, just simulated a few frames. You can see them dropping, turning into ragdolls. The idea is, yeah, they'll get sucked into the middle and then they'll spin around this axis. Okay.